What's going on, y'all? It's Luxury Nas, and I'm with
Danny Flight Madness.
You already know the legend. One of the comments there said that, we should have linked up. We both was in Thailand, so I said, why not? Especially because I used to watch this guy. Like, he's one of the reasons that I'm actually, traveling the world and doing the things that I'm doing. I was actually one of the guys that used to be behind a computer, behind a phone screen, watching this stuff, and now I'm live in the flesh with the best. Yeah. One of my questions to you, Danny, would be, do you think it's a good time to travel? Like, with all the war and all this stuff going on?
Skyrocketed since the war began just days ago, and drivers were starting to feel it at the gas pump right now.
If you're planning to travel this summer, you might want to buy that plane ticket right away before airline prices soar. United Airlines is now warning it could raise ticket prices by as much as 20%.
Summer escape may be taking off, but your wallet is going to take the hit as the U.S.-Israeli war with Iran sends airfares soaring.
What do you think?
I think it's good to travel while you can because you never know what's going to happen that could stop you. So, for example, you might say, oh, now is a scary time, things are going on in the world, and then, we might get hit by another pandemic or something, and now you're stuck waiting for 3, 4, 5 years and time just going by. Meanwhile, we're over here living our best lives overseas, so you kind of want to see what your risk tolerance is. I'd rather be overseas and stuck than stuck in the States, like in America. Like, for me personally, that's the life I would choose.
Okay. I'm behind the camera cracking up. But yeah, I definitely agree. I don't think it's a good time right now to be traveling. That's just my opinion. Because usually the flights and everything is cheap. Like, if from Thailand to go to Philippines, Vietnam, it'll cost you about almost like $45, $50. To the Philippines, it can run you about almost $90.
Hello, where you go? We need to just go around and...
And before I got cut off by this guy, I was trying to make this point. People ask me all the time, how are you able to travel to all these different countries? The thing is, once you get to Asia, it's pretty much cheap to get to this country, to this country. But with all the oil stuff going on, it's kind of making it unaffordable to your average backpacker. And if you're going to experience these countries, you want to get the full experience. So that's why I would say there's really not no point in traveling at this current time.
Yeah, so the way I'm viewing it is like, okay, I'm thinking from the perspective of a person who is thinking about moving overseas, right?
Yeah.
So from my perspective, if you're thinking about moving overseas, then get over here as fast as possible. But if you're just thinking about traveling for a short time, then yeah, I can see okay, we can just wait it out, wait a couple months, see what happens. But from my perspective, I know lots of guys who, for many years, just they haven't done what they say they were gonna do. Like, many guys, they watch all the travel videos, they're in the comment section, they're in the live streams every week, every day, but they aren't actually traveling. So my thing is, probably should take action sooner rather than later.
And let me ask you this, because like I said, I was one of the guys that was watching you behind the scenes, but I actually ended up doing it. But I want to ask you before I explain what made me jump. Why do you think a lot of guys don't jump?
A lot of guys get complacent because in the States, it's you have a lot of stuff you can rely on. You can pay for your monthly subscription to see beautiful women doing stuff. You can just order some junk food, some fast food. A lot of guys just get complacent. You can watch other guys overseas doing what you want to do. You can live vicariously through your favorite content creators. That happens a lot. Mm-hmm. And yeah, a lot of people just get complacent. For me, I was so miserable in the States that I had to get out of there. I had to leave. I just was unhappy. I left America 12 years ago. I've been overseas for about 12 years, since 2014. And yeah, it was arguably one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life.
And I would argue you as to be one of the top G's, one of the go-heads of travel, especially in the black space.
Yeah, when it comes to China stuff, right? Because I started making China content at a time where there's not many black China content creators. So I would have people accusing me of oh, you're a spy for the government. There's no way a black guy is enjoying his life in China or Asia. But over time, people became less ignorant, and there have been more content creators who have showed like, hey, you can live a pretty great life in these other countries. Now let's hop on a bot bus.
Yeah, let's hop on a bot bus. When I tell y'all, we apologize for the sudden changes. You hear it's a lot going on. All right, so now we settled on a bus. What I want to ask you is, like, do you ever get complacent, like, with traveling? Like, meeting new people and, like, going new places? Like, because me, myself, like, I've been to so many different places now. I kind of look at traveling like, I'm just going to a new place. It's like, okay, yeah, I went to London. You know, it's like, not like, oh my God, I went to London. You know, like, do you ever get that feeling?
I mean, I really like the feeling of going to new places. So I went to Bali a couple years ago, and Bali was really, really cool. It was just like a short trip, but it was like very refreshing to find a country where like, hey, I can come here pretty often if I want. It has a nice vibe. And yeah, but when you actually live in a country, like for example, you're living in Thailand, when you come here on vacation, you're gonna be like on party mode, right? Like a lot of guys are only here for like a couple weeks maybe, and they wanna go party, girls all the time. But when you actually live here, it's like, I can do that anytime I want. So it's like, it's not really any pressure to go. It's like, you know, I haven't been out to the Strip or any of these other places in a while. But when I was traveling here, I was there every day, and I was really soaking it up. So yeah, you just kind of, a lot of it becomes normal to you, like, you know, being surrounded by beautiful women, having access to stuff that, you know, a lot of men think as a fantasy. It's like, it's just pretty normal now. It's not really as special as it used to be.
Yeah, no, like, I remember you put out a video, and I told you when I first met you, you put out a video with something like, what it's like dating Filipinas, and I was just like, just listening to you, bro. It was like I was just mesmerized by like the stuff you were saying. It was like foreign to me. So, but now, like actually being in it, it's just like, okay, another day. You know, I go outside when I go outside. It's like, you know, girls. Yeah, like I said, I'm kind of complacent with it.